gaining some experience as well. Pushing tier 28th.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Verstappen, Bottas, and Daniel Ricciardo. What an incredible...
So because when I play this game, I want to save some personal time. So when I complete all of the things that I want in practice 1 and practice 2, usually I just simulate practice 3 and skip it. Then the result will come out for our team. You see, myself and Mick, totally we got 1,800 resources point, which is quite good, yeah. And we can use this resources point later when we back to the headquarters for R&D. And then let's move on to the qualifying sessions. Again, in order to save time, I'm usually play the qualifying session in one shot. Let's try it out. I only got one chance. If I fail, then it's over. I need to start from the back of the grid. But if I play a fast lap, then I can secure the position in one go. Let's try it out. And I try to be silent. Lights. Okay.
Fantastic. You've got pole.
Just make sure I got the pole positions. I make a quite a number of mistakes in the middle turns, but finally still get a satisfactory result.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Vanderberg, Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
So I start at the front row with Max Verstappen. Luckily, Mercedes got a very poor qualifying because Valtteri Bottas and Hamilton is my key opponents to beat in the World Championship. So they got a very bad start in this race. So I have a high chance to get into the podium and win the match and get sufficient point to further level down the gap between me and Valtteri and Lewis. Let's see what happened in the race. And Valtteri is my rival. This time I have some gain over him. Mick is still very poor.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
So we just start the race. For the race I set normally I set 25% of race lap. Otherwise, the video will last for like 2 hours. It's quite long for you and for me. So I just simulated like 18 laps for this Netherlands circuit. Let's go and to the race day to see what happened. Let's see the intro.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside at races across Europe and throughout the world. Now at long last, they have a Grand Prix to call their own. It's a warm welcome once again to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort Circuit then, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6 mile lap. And watch out for cars making use of the DRS zone into turn 1 to try and overtake. And with me as usual is Anthony Davidson. Let's start with Racing Point. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the sides haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Vanderberg lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Ricciardo, Bottas, Lewis Hamilton and Perez, Albon, Norris, Vettel and Esteban Ocon, Kvyat, Sainz, Charles Leclerc and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Gasly, Kimi Raikkonen and Kevin Magnussen, Giotto, Schumacher, Russell and Nicholas Latifi.
Because
that's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Drivers.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Just keep the current strategy like this, but I may go into the pit stop slightly earlier. Oh, very nervous. Let's try it out.
We're looking good so far.
First lap, I usually want to gain more speed and try to widen the difference between the second pace. So I will use the rich fuel mix. Let's try to get better positions. I lost like 4 positions.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
Again this time. Maybe I can do some overtaking soon.
From the engine is going to be down slightly. It's showing some minor wear. Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
DRS. Brake. Chicane. Good job. And the next one is Daniel Ricciardo. In season 2, he moved back to Red Bull Racing. While Verstappen joined the Ferrari. Quite
A
ridiculous.
new strategy is available on the MFD.
Let's see how I can do.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Actually, the track is quite narrow. It's not easy for overtaking. With this DRS zone, gosh, that was
Great maneuver.
close.
You made it look easy.
This could be the only 1 or 2 chance for overtaking this lap.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. You're sat in P2, Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds. They're on old softs. Ricciardo is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old softs. Your pit window opens in 2 laps' time. 13 laps to go.
laps I got some overtaking chance.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
I will see whether he boxes first in some of these strategies. If he boxes, I stay out. This guy is running so fast.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Gap to teammate behind is 23.8 seconds.
Let's try one more lap. Chance is coming.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Doesn't go, then I pick that.
Complete, go now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Nick is coming in for his stop.
Let's see what I can do. I'm in traffic. It's quite open, quite annoying.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
So we just got 10 FPS done. Now is Lander Roberts. Good job. Just come ahead before Max come out. Pit strategy is successful. So now just head on to hit the remaining laps.
The car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre. green flag. Our gap behind is 7.1 seconds.
I hope the steerer will not make a penalty to me. But for me, instead I just see him lose left hand side, then I try to defense and then hit us. This is the common problem of the AI. It's not smart enough. Let's check if I have any damage to my car. Seems no.
You're leading the pack. P1, Ricardo behind. The gap to the car behind is 4.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 7 laps to go. Caution, caution. Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. We're leading our teammate by 34.1 seconds. You are in first position, front of the pack. Ricardo is behind you. The gap behind us is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 6 laps to go. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh my god. Ricardo is chasing. Occasionally I miss some silly mistake doing driving. I'm not AI. Very seldom to make mistake. See?
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. We could still regain the position. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Under the competition, just second last.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack. P1, Ricardo behind. Okay, the gap behind is 1.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap.
Getting there. I'm sweating. So difficult to drive and record the video as well at the same time. Not that good. Just 1 or 2 seconds ahead. I'm still in a very dangerous positions. One mistake can make me lose this match.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Ricardo is behind you. Our gap behind is 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. This is your final lap of the race. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
Yes. Finally.
A nearly flawless performance here then, and a commanding victory.
This looks like Christian Horner.
What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Penalised for this maneuver. Champagne time. see Daniel Ricciardo wearing back the referee uniform. It's quite unusual.
Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Vanderberg takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I mean, can it be anyone else other than Danny Kvyat? His performance today really set him apart from the other drivers out there. He's got to be happy with how he's done here this weekend.
Let's move on to the constructors. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Got the 15 levels faster, and then Ricciardo is trying to drive really so fast to get to widen out. Yeah. He's really fast. It's 1/16 on the medium tire. Yeah, that's great. That's finishing off this match, and we need to see the replay if I have a chance.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
Try to answer to Prix your callers. So you always price the car, and then some department will be
You've
happy.
taken the lead in the championship. Are you going to be able to keep up that momentum?
Oh, this answer is not good.
What do you think made the difference between this weekend and last weekend?
Give some credit to the chassis
It's
department.
safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it?
Maybe they should expect more, isn't it?
Appreciate your time.
Okay, so now we are level and we have 2 races remaining. Got some sponsorship. We finished podium, pole position. Got some money to invest. The money you can invest your facility or saving it for signing a
As
driver.
much as I love seeing big numbers on the books, we don't get any benefit from leaving it in the bank. Let's spend some of this cash.
Okay, the next race will be Spanish Barcelona, Catalonia circuit. Let's see you in the next video. Bye bye.